What's up guys? I'm coming to you today with a kind of laid back video. The main reason for that is because I am on a time crunch and I need to get this hairstyle done. But you guys said you didn't mind. And I actually kind of don't mind like the laid back kind of setting. It just feels more real. If you guys hear like any snow plows or anything outside, it's because we have a snow day today. Today we're doing a rubber band cornrow updo. Basically, you use rubber bands to first section out all of your sections and then you braid them together. And I really like this idea because one of the things that I don't really like about cornrows is that they're really uncomfortable because I have very sensitive edges. If I pull my hair, not even pulling it too tight, if I pull my hair at all, my edges will literally start to hurt. I can't really wear cornrows for too long. So this kind of helps to alleviate the pain where I can have that kind of tight look because I can organize my sections using the rubber bands, but I don't have the discomfort of having to pull my hair tight. So this is definitely a gentle protective style, a really great alternative for those who have sensitive roots, who have sensitive edges, or who feel any type of pain if your hair is pulled at all. I'm starting on blown out hair because it's just easier to section that way. And disclaimer, I am using added hair. So I'm gonna be using this braided hair. And especially when you're doing rubber band cornrows, you do want to add braided hair because that's going to cover up the rubber bands. And also it kind of adds a little bit more volume to your style. And I know some people are going to be like, you don't need any added hair, but I like the volume. And also I need the hair to cover up the rubber band. So it does have a purpose. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started because I am kind of low on time here. I put my hair into 3 sections going all the way back. So I have one section here. I've got one in the middle that's kind of like off center, and then I've got another one here, which is the thickest section that I'm gonna work on now. The front of my hair is where all like my little short pieces are, so I just like to bobby pin those away just to make sure that my hair doesn't get kind of like caught and my parts don't get messy. So I'm going to start by sectioning out a triangle of hair, and this is going to be the triangle that I start with. And you don't want that to be too small, but you also don't want that to be too large. You don't want it to be too small because again, this is a gentle protective style, so you don't want to add any type of like tugging or anything on your hair. I'm going to go ahead and kind of wrap that front piece around. That's going to be kind of like our free piece in the front. And now I'm going to just start by sectioning little small sections, and you don't want to make these sections too big because then you'll have gaps in your braid and then you'll end up having to pull your hair for the braid to reach each gap, and that also adds discomfort. The whole point of this is to make it gentle and easy. So we do want to make these kind of close together. So we're going to use like small sections. So this is going to be the first section. Once you section that, you want to clip the rest of the hair back so it doesn't get in the way. And then we're going to just add a little bit of gel, any type of gel that you like. It doesn't matter, just make sure that it doesn't revert the hair too much or at all, because you don't want fuzzy frizzy roots, especially if you're doing this on blown out hair. You kind of want that like sleek braid look, and the whole point of this is to make it neat as possible. And then I'm going to put the rubber band right in the middle of the section. Don't put the rubber band too far up and don't put it too far down, just right in the middle, so that when you go to braid the hair, it'll be in the perfect spot in the middle of the section. And you see all those little like short pieces here? Whenever I braid my hair, these pieces just go crazy and my hair just looks frizzy no matter how hard I try. So this is gonna really help to neaten my braids. And if you have any type of broken hairs or whatever, that situation, this will help you too. So after I rubber band it, I'm just gonna tighten it and then clip it back and then grab another section and repeat. Just a little bit of whatever gel you like, whatever you like. And then you can just pull the hair taut like that. Oh, and I'm also using the clear rubber bands, the ones that you can get from any beauty supply store. Those little guys there. I like the cheap ones that break on you because they're more gentle. I would rather the rubber band break than my hair to braid. I do like the other ones for different reasons, but for this application, I want the cheap ones. I just do like a little tightening of it, comb it out with my finger to make sure there's no tangles. Bring it across and clip it back and repeat. This is literally my favorite way to do cornrows now because it's just so much more gentle. My edges are so sensitive, they can't handle too much tugging. And you'll see once I start to braid, you're gonna see how it makes the braiding process so easy too, especially with added hair. I just wanna make sure I don't get any hair from any other section in there. I'm trying to put the rubber band right in the middle of the section. And the rubber band to keep it neat. And you don't have to secure these clear rubber bands or whatever color you're using tightly, just enough to hold the hair in place. It doesn't have to be super tight. This is such a good protective style to do for the holidays too, because it's fast and easy, and it's really good for, you know, people who maybe are not the best at cornrowing or just can't like grip the hair very well. So again, you want to keep these sections small and close together, because if you try to, you know, rush this and make your sections big, you're gonna get gaps in your braid and it's gonna look weird. You'd rather have more sections than not enough when you start your braid. Very, very nice, very nice. Okay, so I just finished the last rubber band, and I'm just going to bring all the hair down now. Before we start, I'm just going to gel this down because this does not have a rubber band. This is kind of gonna be the only section that I'm pulling, but again, I'm not gonna pull it very tightly. I'm gonna try and keep it as loose as possible. We're gonna use braiding hair. This hair looks almost identical to mine. It's like a perfect match. I'm gonna put what type of hair this is in the description box for you guys if you're interested, or you can just use any braiding hair that you have. I did clean this using my method with the apple cider vinegar, and I'll link that in the description box too. I'll link everything that I've used here in the description box for you guys. I'm just gonna take not too much. This is probably like an inch section. This is really just to add a little bit of volume and to cover up the rubber bands. I'm gonna use the same method that I use for my kinky twists, and that's to braid it in using the synthetic hair as 2 sections and then my real hair as the 3rd. Braiding backwards like this does take a little bit of practice. It's kind of annoying. I always like have a little bit of a fumble in the beginning because it's so weird to me always. So just give me a second while I get acquainted with the feeling of this. It's all muscle memory, and I feel like my muscles never want to remember when I'm filming. Okay, so here's the 3rd piece. I'm going to wrap that around, and then I'm just going to braid the hair in. And now, if you can see, that first little knot is created, that first little braid. Now all I have to do is feel around for a rubber band and just add 1 rubber band, which will be an entire section. And I'm gonna do a full rotation before adding the next rubber band. So braid that rubber band in, and you don't have to, again, you don't have to pull too tightly because these rubber bands have already created these nice, neat sections. All you have to do is search for the rubber band. And it makes it just so much easier. especially if this is like, you know, hard for you, or, you know, you have a hard time with the muscle memory part. This is really nice because all you have to focus on is muscle memory and not really keeping your braids neat, because it's gonna already be neat. And all I'm doing is just adding in one rubber band at a time. It feels so comfortable. Like, the braid looks like I'm pulling it tightly. I'm not pulling this tight at all. Literally, this is just heaven. If you have sensitive edges, you have got to try this. It's so good. Once all the rubber bands are added, just braid down like normal. You see how the braid looks super chunky. I didn't have to add too much hair because, you know, we already have enough hair in there. And just braid the hair all the way down. I'm gonna just secure the end with another one of those rubber bands. It's good to go. Cute. So that's the braid. It's literally such a perfect braid. It's so neat. You can't tell like that I did separate sections prior, like with the rubber bands. Like maybe you can see like maybe one rubber band if you're really like looking for it, but it looks just like a really neat cornrow. But most importantly, it's so comfortable. It's not tight. My hair is not being pulled. I could wear this for long term if I want. So I'm gonna do this very last section the exact same way. I think this is important style wise, just to let you guys know that I'm not gonna be like taking hair in this middle section directly across. I want this section to come and kind of like swoop around more. So I'm going to start my section by grabbing a triangle here on the side, and this is going to be my first starter section here. Okay, so my last rubber band is done in the middle, and I'm just going to start braiding the hair in now. I see that I have a broken rubber band right here, so I just have to assess that situation. Look at this. That looks so cute. All right, starting with the section, I'm just going to add a little bit of gel to smooth this down so that there's not a ton of frizziness. Then we're going to fumble a little bit because I need to, of course, get my muscle memory going. Pardon me while I fumble. I'm going to braid the hair in using that first section as my third piece of the braid. And then once it's braided in, we can start to add the sections behind. Add it in gently. Again, you don't need to yank or pull. Alright, so my camera died, but I took the time to do some makeup. Really simple, but like a really cute holiday lip. Not really too fond of like the outside color, but the metallic red on the inside is beautiful. This is from Smashbox. think I received this last year. It's like from their metallic holiday collection, Crimson Chrome. And then I just put like a little bit of this Il Makiage Matte Lord because I couldn't find a pencil. Like, I don't know where all my lip pencils are. Anyway, and then I also put a little bit of setting spray and then sprayed down the hair just to get the flyaways. And here is the final braids. They look gorgeous. And you can keep them like this if you want. I think this is a really cute look too. But I'm gonna make it into an updo. Here's the back. So I'm just gonna literally just wrap it into a simple bun. And I can't see what I'm doing, so hopefully this looks good. So just wrap the braids into a simple bun, and I'm gonna use one of these clear elastics to secure. You could also use a bobby pin, but I don't like sticking bobby pins into braids. It's like way too close to my scalp and it just ends up hurting. It doesn't look as good, but it feels better, so I'd rather sacrifice a little bit of the style just for comfort. Cute. Love, it's so cute. So this is my updo. You can wear it as cornrows or you can wear it as an updo. Very simple, classy look, and I think it's just so gorgeous. And it's comfortable, and that's like what's most important, how it feels. if your protective style or your updo hurts, not good. I hope you guys enjoyed this really quick video. I think it came out really gorgeous, and it is exactly how I pictured it would be. I did want this to come swooping down maybe a little bit more here, but I still think it's beautiful. So if you guys give it a try, let me know. Send me a photo on social media per usual. Hope you guys are having a great holiday, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.